Hello, Blitz fans of all ages. It's me, Plumcastle, here going over the new Halloween event tank that was leaked by Wargaming themselves. They did a short video, so now I'm going to be breaking down into all the new information that is coming in thus far. So there are two new tanks now. To those who don't know, the battle pass that's currently going on has a Titan tank in it, and that's apparently a new style that Wargaming is going after. So they're adding two more tanks to the Titan series. Now, funny enough, the tier 5 that I'm showing you on the screen right now is called the Titan Mark Medium. I think that's just kind of a funny name. And as well, the tier 7 is called the Titan H Heavy Tank. Now, let's break down into the actual event because they gave us a little bit of a sneak peek, as you can see here. So let's go ahead and jump into those statistics, or at least what statistics of them we do have. So I've gone ahead and prepared a still image of the event that we saw just there. So now let's take a closer look at it. Now, of course, while I don't know the price of this event, judging by the last few Halloween events, I'm going to guess that it's about $10 US. However, Wargaming could do something different this year. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, one of the biggest and most notable things here is these two levels here. Now, even though I don't speak Russian, it is very obvious what this is talking about. These allow you, just like in a battle pass, to get through levels. So if you want to pay 1,000 gold, you can get past a single level, which honestly is not very good. However, if you want to spend just a little bit more, you can actually pass 5 levels. So if you need to pass more than 2 levels, the 5 level is definitely going to be the way to go. Now, there's something interesting here. Now, this really caught my eye, and it's these two parts here. Now, I don't speak Russian. However, I did see some translations for this, and basically what people were saying was that the first one right here, if you get 50 wins, that is equal to 100 of the currency. Now, 100 currency, but I don't know what the currency is, and I don't know, does this mean you get 1 for every 2, or does it mean you have to get 50 wins and afterward you'll get the 100 currency? We'll have to wait and see on that part, because there can be still a few discrepancies in these events. I've just noticed over time they can be a little bit different in the end. Now, the second one over here, excuse me, sorry about that. The one under here, from what I heard, was if you get 10 aces, or I believe it was also 10 class 1s, that would be equal to 150 of the currency. Now, I believe this is how this is working. Now, of course, I can't translate this very well, but that's what it looks like currently. Now, again, I am assuming that's not just you get an ace or a class 1, you get some of them. I believe you have to get all of them, and this may be like a one-time claim thing. I'm not sure. Again, we'll have to wait and see what Wargaming says on the topic itself. Now, underneath them, you may have noticed are these weird, I don't know what they are. I'm not really sure what their purpose is going to be, but we'll wait and see what those are. Some say boosters. I don't know. It could be anything really, because sometimes we can't even just guess what Wargaming has. Now, over in the actual rewards list, we can see from 23 to, I think, 26. Now, on 25, we have this crate. Now, this is one of those, like, random containers. It gives you stuff. I don't remember what's in that specific type, but you can see as we go through here, we get camos, we get premium time, credits, more camos, free XP, but mostly you're looking for the crates and the tank. Now, I don't know what level the tier 5 will be on, but I'm going to guess it's probably on 15. But here you can see what appears to be a collect-em-all. But again, discrepancies make it so that I can't verify whether or not that's actually a collect-em-all. But that does appear to be what it is. Now, at level 5, we have the main rewards tank, which I am absolutely sure that this is a tier 7. Maybe Wargaming will shake it up and make it a tier 8. I doubt it, but let's go ahead and actually look at this tank, because it looks like it's going to be rather overpowered. Now, here you can see right along here, it looks like a Tiger 1 right when you look at it. However, you can quickly see that there are a few differences. One, it looks like it has spaced armor, and two, that's not a Tiger 1 hull. Because if we look at a Tiger 1 hull, as you can see there, it does have a Tiger-esque appearance about it, but look at the actual Tiger, because it has very flat fronts. Now, it's fairly easy to penetrate. It's not poorly armored, but it's still a pretty easy penetration when you do know how to handle with perhaps using APCR at times. But if we compare this new Titan tank to the E75 TS's hull, we can actually see that they are fairly similar. And as well, it kind of looks like a Tiger 2 hull at the same time. Basically, it's like buffing the Tiger 1, giving it a better hull. The next thing that's very interesting here is when you look at the gun. So, the muzzle brake on that, people are saying, some people say it looks like the M4 Rev, other people say it looks like the Lycan, and in either case, let's average that as about an 800 alpha. And if you look at this part of the video, it says if these timings are correct, it shoots the IS and then it goes for the Leo about 5 seconds later is what I could calculate. So if that's so there's 5 seconds, so we of course take the 60 seconds that are in a minute and then divide that by 5, that means 12, which we then multiply by the theoretical, mind you, this is just a pure speculation according to what other YouTubers have guessed what the gun is, and looking at those guns, they carry about a 300 alpha, a little bit more, but we'll make it 300 just to make it easy. And if we multiply those numbers, that gives us a damage per minute of 3,600. Which either means that the timing is wrong in the video, which is entirely possible. Wargaming could have spliced this, and it very obviously looks like they spliced it. Or it has super absolutely broken DPM, which I don't think it's going to be that broken. Or there has been the other idea that maybe it has a clip and there's a 5-second interclip, and of course maybe 2 shells in there, and then it has a longer reload. Again, we don't have the statistics. This is only what we can gather through purely looking at it. So if the gun ends up being like that, it's going to be interesting. But again, once the stats come out, I will make a video on the actual stats. Right now, this is just speculation. Now, you see in this part here, if I slow this down a bit, you can see that when the Leo comes after the Titan, you can see that the spaced armor, or I assume that spaced armor, kind of wraps around the tank and guards the weak spots. Now, to those who don't know, spaced armor absolutely kills HE shells and any kind of shells that explodes. That includes HE, hash, and any kind of premium round like a heat shell. Now, what this means is with that plate right there on the front, I'm assuming that the upper part of the plate is going to be an incredibly difficult penetration. The lower plate is a little bit flatter, as you can see here, but it could be penetrated theoretically. Unless, however, there suddenly is spaced armor in front of all the weak spots, because when there's spaced armor, even if the spaced armor doesn't prevent AP or APCR shells from penetrating, it can definitely make it hard to see where the weak spots actually are. And as well, if it's a heat round that's trying to go through there, it's virtually impossible to get it in there. If you're running a T49 and this is the case and there's spaced armor everywhere, good luck penetrating that thing, because you already have bad penetration. And on top of that, if there's spaced armor literally everywhere, it's basically an impossible penetration. So I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if maybe the spaced armor, if that's what it is, moves around the tank so it's always pointing at you, or if it just always goes around the front. I don't know. Anyway, I think this tank is going to be a very difficult one to penetrate. However, again, this is just what we know for now, and so we'll have to wait for the actual statistics to come out. So, as far as I know, that is basically it on the Titan event. So, with that, I hope y'all enjoyed, and as always, have fun, good luck, and happy tanking.